Hello and welcome to another Pokemon Showdown Ubers Live, this time with Marshadow, which has just been released because apparently some people in Japan, like 40 of them, have been able to get Marshadow because of a movie. So yeah, technically it's now allowed. Now Marshadow is a Pokemon in Ubers that I've been looking forward to for a long time. It just frees up offense quite significantly in terms of checking almost all setup Arceus forms. And I've built a team that's mostly offensive, built with a couple backup checks and things like Xerneas and things. But the other thing I really love about Marshadow is that for things like Zed, Geomancy, Xerneas, it actually really beats them if you can get your predictions right. So this is a man probably using dual screens, which is unfortunate, but what can we do? We're going to lead off with Deoxys attack and go for Ice Beam first, as oh, I mean, sure, that's a thing now. Let's go into Groudon and just go for Precipice Blades. If he goes for Magic Coat or Taunt or anything, it means that we at least don't waste a turn. He does go for Taunt, indeed. So that's one Precipice Blade, one Taunt turn. He gets up his rocks, goes into Rayquaza here probably. But we do have Arceus Fairy, which can just come in, just click Judgment and just be happy. He's got Deoxys Speed HO with an Aegislash, so I'm not personally a fan. He gets up to +2. Are you Sash? Probably. Nope. Oh wow. Sash just stayed in. He's Life Orb, as evidenced by the fact that he just killed me. So no matter what, my play is to go into Groudon. We can just get up our rocks. Versus anything. Gengar could... Nope, he's going into Arceus Water. He is officially a... He's Arceus Water, Deoxys Speed, HO. An interesting combination, to say the least. So we can just go for Toxic here, as he goes out into his Gengar. Interesting. I disagree heavily with that play, but I'm going to go for my rocks anyway here. Or do I want to just bail Blades, because I feel like he's going to go for Taunt. It's not like Blades loses me anything, so... As he just glitches out on my street. Okay, it loses me when it misses. Okay, it misses twice, and the second one actually works in my favour. I mean... I don't know why the game is glitching quite like it is, but now, of course, he can just go into Xerneas and just set up on my face. I have to go for Roar here. I don't have a choice. And now, I need to do enough with the combination of my moves. I need to go into Salamence, unfortunately. Those double misses just... Well, the miss on the Gengar just really badly hurts me. Goes into Aegislash. Interesting. I'm going to go for a substitute. As he goes for a Toxic. Lovely. We can just go for a Roost. And then another sub. As he's got Shadow Ball. Interesting. I say interesting, I mean not interesting. It's pretty weird, in all honesty. We can just get up a DD here. She goes for Shadow Ball, does a decent chunk of damage. My play here is Roost, because he can go for Shadow Ball and then Shadow Sneak. As he goes for the Toxic, that was the correct play. Let's go for another Dragon Dance. And now let's just Double Edge. Just do damage. Why not? So, goes for King's Shield. Let's go into Yveltal. Just Dark Pulse. I've got to hope that I can do enough with Yveltal's Oblivion Wing plus Sucker Punch such that Marshadow's Shadow Sneak can kill Xerneas. And if he's ZGO, then it's just GG. He shouldn't be ZGO on this team. That looks to be ZGO. Oh, okay. Interesting. Arceus Water can actually just destroy Marshadow though, so doesn't end up mattering because I can't 2-hit KO the Arceus Water. The Gengar misses were pretty damn huge. That's unfortunate. Let's just go for CC, because, no, don't do that. That's just being a dick. Yeah, fuck it. Oh well, so that's game 1 over. That was not a good team, but oh well. Sometimes you just miss Precipice Blades on the Gengar. We're against the Maths Master now, and Arceus Fairy puts in a lot of work against him. Salamence also puts in work if I can get behind a sub. I'm just trying out sub, by the way. I don't think it's good on Mence, but it's worth trying at the very least. So let's just lead off with Groudon as he leads off with Yveltal. We can just get up our rocks here. I'm fine with this. I have triple priority, so I can check his things like his, potentially his own Groudon, but breaking the Shadow Shield on Lunala is important to me, so yeah. I hope he gets to +2 with Lucario. That's so weird to actually say and mean. Oh, don't flinch me. Get up my rocks, please. No, no, don't do this. Can't just flinch me to get you fucking... Sigh. Okay, so this is not just big type probably. If I'm him, I have Sucker Punch. But he might not. Let's scout. Why am I not going into Chaos' Fairy? Was it fear? This Groudon could do something against me. So let's just try and flinch it like he did me. Regardless, the damage is appreciated, so we get the crit. I was looking for the flinch, and we get the flinch too. Lovely. We can just go out into Deoxys here and just go for Pursuit, because Pursuit will kill if it stays in, and I'd rather not risk Groudon coming in on like a double or something later on in the game. Downside is I no longer have a Lunala switch in, although Arceus Fairy is one. Honestly, I don't think that Deoxys is worth keeping around here. Although saying that, that is my Xerneas, it is half of my Xerneas answer at this stage, so Arceus Fairy it is. Goes for the Moongeist Beam. I go for the Recover. So we're back up at 70%. James Jimmy! This has been so long, what the fuck? Goes into Lucario. Hard into Marshadow. No, go into Salamence. Because of the Iron Tail risk. Oh wow. Holy fuck. So we recover on the Lucario because we are bulky. Sure. Xerneas comes in. I'm just going to fire off a double edge because that'll put it in range of the combination of E-Speed plus Shadow Sneak, I believe. Okay. So he goes for Geomancy. Yep, he is real. Real? Normal Geomancy. I didn't mean normal, I didn't mean real. Yes, Salamence is the superfluous one. So into Deoxys to E-Speed. He should preserve his Xerneas. He should. Doesn't mean he will, but he should. He does. Good. He should go into Lucario on the predicted switch. He does not. Oh well. At +1 we can kill the Lucario, so that doesn't bother me. Three left. Yeah, I don't stay in here if I'm him. Does go into Lucario. Let's kill you. I hope I kill him. Thank you. I just suddenly thought he could be the one fucker running enough bulk on Lucario to live a +1 Arceus. I mean, it is when it's your answer to fucking Lucario. SD, so he's gonna waste his Z move here. So now we can waste ours. No additional effect. I don't want that. I want specialty. Goes hard into Yveltal. Let us go for HP Ice. Marshadow is so fun. It's actually just ridiculous how much fun I'm having just because of Marshadow. If he crits me here, he wins. If he fails to crit me here, I win. And he chooses not to even take the risk. Fair enough, I wouldn't either in his position. Goes for EQ, does nothing. I can recover on this next EQ. And then I can hard switch into Marshadow on what I expect to be the SD. Done. Got it wrong. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Not even slightly. Because Lunala, I can Shadow Sneak. Doesn't kill, obviously, which is why I wanted Rocks up. Why that first turn flinch would have been really nice if it didn't happen. But we can calm mind here. We know that he is Scarf because he outsped me. So recovering here means I win 100% of the time. Because if he EQs here, then I'm not in range of any move from Lunala. And if he went for SD, then I killed him. So yeah. And Lunala at this stage, I believe, is in range of a neutral judgment, but I do want to just make sure by recovering, so yeah. Lunala's bulky, so I didn't want to take the risk of being too killed by something like a Psyshock if it lived that, and I couldn't be asked calking. So yeah, we'll get one more game, maybe even two, depending on how fast the games go. But Marshadow is so fun. It is such an anti-Arceus Pokemon. It frees up this offense, and any offense that runs it, to be so much less scared of things like E-Killer and things like SD Groundseus and Calm Mind whatever Seus. The only exception is Arceus Fairy, and like kind of Arceus Ghost, I guess, but no, not Arceus Ghost because it outspeeds and kills it. Arceus like Flying, I guess. But it is really a lot of fun. This man is using a very similar concept, although he has gone more offensive than I have by employing an actual suicide lead. Let's go, Yveltal. Let's go, Dark Pulse. Let's go, Flinch. Darn. So many people are making the wrong move with Excadrill right now. You should always Rock Tomb in this scenario. I mean, if you're fearing Scarf, I guess, but it's not exactly worth it. And going hard into Arceus Water, you need this Arceus Water, dude. What are you doing? Excadrill does nothing for you for the entire rest of the game. What are you doing? I can just go into thingy here though. You can't stop this. I go for rocks here. You can go for Toxic if you want, but we trade Toxics then. Assuming you stay in here. Your Excadrill dies unless you defog, and if you're running defog Arceus Water on a team like this, then I'm very sorry, but you should start again. I don't need this Groudon for anything though, so this is fine in my book. 14%. I don't want to risk him just going for a suicide defog, so I'm just going to go for a rock. Recover doesn't bother me here, as he sacks his Excadrill. Very interesting. I disagree with that. I disagree with the way he's played this, almost entirely. I'm almost certain he's going to recover here, so I'm going to go for Precipice Blades to get as much damage off on this Arceus as I can. And, well, we didn't see, but I know that my Yveltal will be faster than him, just based on how well he's taken that Precipice Blades. Either that, or I'm getting the lowest of low rolls. Also, we did see Oblivion Wing do 37%, so I could go for it here in potential anticipation of his Yveltal switching, but I don't want to risk it being a roll and him living on barely and recovering up, so I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse. We have Sucker Punch for the Deoxys attack, we have Dark Pulse for the offensive Groudon, and for the Yveltal I will engage it in an Oblivion Wing War, because I am timid and he is not, and that means I win all the life. You should go for Sucker Punch here, if he has it. He does, but it doesn't kill me. So he's just wasted a Yveltal too, and my Sucker Punch remains suckered. Suckered? Oh dear. Goes into Deoxys. I mean, I am 100% certain he is going for Extreme Speed here, but it is just not worth it. Yeah, it was absolutely not worth going into Marshadow there. So now we just Shadow Sneak. Goes into the Groudon, that's fine. I have no reason not to use my Z move here. Wow. What the fuck, that did so much damage. Jesus. So yeah, Spectral Thief here, kill off the Groudon. If he goes into his own Marshadow, I am not risking this at all. I'm hard switching into my Salamence, giving him the -1. Even if he goes for Bulk Up, he'll be at neutral and cannot kill my Salamence. And in that situation, even if he has Ice Punch or Hidden Power Ice or something, on a Bulk Up set, I would still be fine. Completely fine. So yeah, Double Edge here is the play. He goes for HP Ice. Yep. And now Arceus Fairy, Judgment. Okay, sure, sack it. Why not? I mean, actually, that gives him... No. He can't kill my Arceus Fairy from here. If my Arceus Fairy was lower, then that would make sense, because he was getting rid of the Intimidate, but... I mean, that doesn't tick here, so... Yep. Good game. That actually was a decent game as well, which is always good to say. Especially, I'm getting better games from people in like the upper 1400s than I am the 1700s. Like there's this one dude who I almost always run into, Fixed Swine, and the last couple times I played him a couple times in warm-up just testing this team, and he beat me once and I beat him once and the time that he beat me because he was making just completely garbage plays and just terrible. And I'm fine with, I will admit, like, well, most of the time I will admit when someone just cleanly outplays me. And most of the time, like, I'll acknowledge, yeah, that was just him getting me on the double, but some of the things that he was doing made legitimately no sense, such as, okay, the one in particular was that it was, Deoxys A versus Marshadow, and he needed the Deoxys A to win, as in literally he could not win without it, and he had an Arceus Fairy. It was bulky enough to take any hits from Marshadow whatsoever, and he should have just instantly gone into that, because even if I made a double, then he could take advantage of that. I was making a double to get my rocks up, he went for Psycho Boost on the Marshadow, and he knew that I had Shadow Sneak. It just pissed me off. And sometimes that is just a play. Sometimes that's just a play and I just don't realize it. But with him, given what I know about him, like, it's pretty obviously just not. So, in comes the Arceus. You can't kill me with anything aside from EQ. But you just decide to go into Lugia instead. I'll just go for the Toxic. This is not Pressure Lugia, so it can't get rid of my rocks. It should say something about how often I've been on the ladder recently that I'm looking for that now. I never used to look for Pressure Lugia, but now I have to. So we're just going to Roar here as he gets the Toxic off on me. We've Toxic the Lugia and gotten Chip on it, so yeah, that's fine by me. If he goes for Ingrain here, which he could because he's just seen that I've got Roar, then I am instantly going out into my Marshadow. He goes for the Moonblast instead, perfectly dispensable. Jesus. And here his switching should be, well, he should switch, that's the thing. Wait, I can just go hard into my Yveltal and that's fine. Because even if he switches, yeah, close combat. What the fuck? Is that Bandit? No, that's just Life Orb. What the fucking shit? And he crits me. I don't think that crit mattered, but Jesus. What the fuck? I thought I made you bulkier than that. So I'm going to double into Salamence on the anticipated Groudon, but he stayed in, okay. To close combat my Arceus Fairy. Okay. We can go for Dragon Dance here and be guaranteed faster than him. His bulky thing to take on Salamence is Toxic and low, and this is an Adamant Salamence at +1 with Double Edge, so unless this is Scarf Xerneas, it drops. If it is Scarf, fair enough. But I'm willing to take this risk because, well, yeah, why not? I don't see many Scarfers, and yeah, just worth just doing it this way, basically. Goes into his Arceus here. I can live any 1 E-speed, and he should go for it to put me into range of Shadow Sneak. If he SDs, then fair enough, but he does go for this way round. Fine by me, let's go for Double Edge. Because he's going to go for the E-speed here, I believe. Wow, that did nothing. Not the E-speed, I meant the SD. I did mean the SD. So, is Ment worth keeping? I guess it's my ground resist, but not really. Oh, well, he predicted my switch into Marshadow, so that worked out really well for me, as he forfeits as a result, so I'll take that. And I think that's where we'll leave this this live. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.